Today we're going to be looking at the Maenad, which is a new writing based on an old Greek mythology. So let's go see them rehearsing.
A relic from an ancient period. The Maenad travels back and forth in search, her eyes fixated on her deadly goal, a goal that shadows terror on the land. The creature clings still to her human form. Some mortal feelings have not left her yet, for she was once a maiden, fair and pure, who innocence and virtue did delight. With idle tasks she served her uncle well, like taking water from a nearby stream, untainted by his land that reeks of sin, or drawing out milk from her uncle's goats, no stool to rest her shaking legs at all. With life as harsh as this, she was just prey. The predator awaited in the mist. 'Twas stirring wild with baited vicious bite, an animal of breed that worshipped sin. Her chains of routine rubbed her wrists to bleed, not covering her daily injuries, which she would suffer from her uncle's fists. And when he did drink, he stumbled in her bed and bid her quiet lest his children woke, his heated body worse than winter cold. Until one night, as he lay next to her, his scent, which burnt, abused her sinuses, as all her senses were forced to quiver, and all his dark began to smother, consuming senses and her very soul to unlock something hidden in the void.
Hey, I'm here with the director and the writer. We'll start with the writer first. What was your inspiration and why did you feel to play this play?
I think my inspiration was to open up discussion around sort of like gender roles in society. It's really, the piece is meant for the audience to sort of not question, but I don't know. I think it lays things out and then the audience can take what they want from there. And that's really what I wrote.
In terms of the staging, because obviously it's Maenad is a classical Greek mythology sort of thing. What sort of ideas did you have for time period and the setting, and then how did it come into
Well, we're kind of going for a non-time specific piece because we think it's kind of a subject that crosses time. It sounds really pretentious. But we're having a thrust stage, so we didn't want it to be kind of like stuck behind the curtains. So we're using the curtains for kind of images, but all the action comes on the thrust stage.
One last question actually, I was just going to ask you. You have the narrator actually speaking, what I got was they speak in the stage direction, sort of. It's just like, it's something a bit out there, like why did you choose to do it?
What do you mean with regards to they narrate what's going to happen in the scene before the action happens? Well, the idea, Brecht used to do it quite a lot, and the idea is the audience are aware of what's going to happen, so then they can focus more on what the scene maybe is trying to say. It's not specifically, I don't know, because I wanted it to be just like a discussion. So I think if you introduce the action of the scene before it's actually happened on the stage, then they can listen to the lines more, and I suppose it's for style, really.
And then the acting style and obviously the staging sort of, will it follow that sort of Brecht style?
Yeah, we're going for a very stylised depiction of some of our characters. I think it kind of highlights what we're trying to do with our comments on in the writing and all of that.
Yes.
Thank you very much, looking forward to it.
Everyone come see it. Because I wasn't going to be seen out with a decaying harlot, and it should be with a decaying harlot. Because then you don't go on to say, it's my job for filthying them up. So all of those lines, all of those words, need to be really, really hit, isolated almost.
Nice desperation, Daisy. much better than
Yes.
inspiration.
Sweet!
Because I can really see it in your face.
In your
and then when
face.
the tone shift and all the nuclear magic works really
I like the
well.
kind of twitches in the face.
4 days in advance.
Lovely resistance.
I've
For
written
take
that
a sip.
Yeah, mate.
Lovely
Good
resistance.
resisting.
We need to resist it.
The Oscars are tonight. Are you going? Are you going on there? Because I think that
Best
with that performance,
resistance.
with that performance,
Supporting drama.
I think you could.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm here with the cast. So you guys want to tell me what roles to play and what happens to you in the play?
Thanks. I'm Andrew. I play Man 2, a friend of Man 1. There's two men, and they're both very misogynistic, disgusting. We're using them like kind of examples of men in this world that we've got. My character's like quite overly posh, very arrogant, looks down on everyone.
I'm Leela, I play Girl. She has quite a sort of emotional progression, you could say, during the play. Starts off as like a heroin addict, slightly Bambi-esque, you know, pretty terrified. And then gets taken under the wing of the Maenad, gets shown her kind of way of thinking, basically to hate men because they're horrible.
I'm Claire, I'm the narrator, and I guide you through your Maenad experience. I'm an essential part.
Do you let the audience know where the exits are? Just the key thing.
Sadly not, why am I doing that? No, yeah, I'm a sort of guide in a slightly sinister way.
Have you been mating one of the bees? It's mine! Get a minute after you! No, please!
I'll take a rose.
A flower never smelled so sweet.
Why, certainly, my dear. Oh, you poor child. For your childhood sweetheart, no doubt.
There's no such thing as a sweetheart with men. Only pulsing love.
Oh, my dear girl, no need to tell me any more. It must be for your warfaring father, I assume.
Men serve well at slaying, but you mistake me again.
I'm Daisy and I'm from Maenad.
I'm Maenad. That's me.
The Maenad is a complex lady. She basically goes about disguising herself as various things to bugger people, basically. Not actually.
Well, I played the lawyer. I'm kind of depressed, hating life, but I'm not really a bad person. I'm kind of the audience who feels sympathy for me. I get seduced by the Maenad here. She does a little dance for me, and then you'll see what happens in this scene after. I won't give anything away. Thank you.
I'm Remy,
God.
and I play two characters, so you could pretty much say that I'm the central character, unlike the narrator. I'll start with my first character, Man 1. Unlike Man 2, he loves filth and unclean things. He has a few meetings with the Maenad.